Hey, Mike Foster here. How you doing? Today I want to talk about this book I just finished reading. It's called Sugar Nation. It's by Jeff O'Connell. Take a look at it. And I highly recommend buying it, but let me tell you why. I just did a review of it on my websites, and I've posted it on my blog, so please take a look at it and read that. But really, it's called The Hidden Truth Behind America's Deadliest Habit and the Best Way to Beat It. But it's really about diabetes. Now, when you think of diabetes, you think of some really heavy person, maybe someone who's obese, and you think of maybe someone who has a family history, or someone who eats a lot of sugar. Well, Jeff helped educate me and is helping educate the nation and the world to the fact that you can be in shape and thin and not even eat sugar and have a serious problem with diabetes. Now, diabetes is one of the worst things that can happen to you. It's a horrible, horrible disease, and it's a terrible way to die. But the good news is, and Jeff talks about this extensively, in fact, he's a diabetic in fantastic shape who works out all the time. The good news is that you can beat diabetes through diet and exercise. You don't even have to have drugs, most folks out there. And the thing that I talked about, the thing that I mentioned earlier, is the fact that I used to eat a lot of baked potatoes and bananas. And those are loaded with carbs, which then break down in your body and turn into sugar. And they can cause, diabetes. So one of the things that I've worked on hard, and it's challenging as a vegetarian, is to cut down my carbs quite a bit. Through reading about Jeff's book, reading about different dietary plans, and how you mix foods together so metabolically when you do, for instance, eat a baked potato, he says put the butter and the bacon on there. Well, for me, I wouldn't put the bacon, but put the butter and the cheese on there because the fats mix with the carbs and it breaks down your insulin metabolically in a different way, in a healthier way, believe it or not. And I don't know if you noticed, but I've been on a serious low-carb diet for the last several months since I've come back from all my traveling at the last quarter of last year. And my face, I can already tell, is thinner. I've dropped 10 pounds already. I've got another 10 to go. I'm going to get back to my fighting weight. And I'm doing it the way I've always done it, through high fiber, through caloric restriction, through exercise, but also I'm limiting my carbs. Now, for me, and we talk about that in Sugar Nation also, I have a potato chip problem, and processed foods and potato chips are what's killing America, that and fast foods. So Sugar Nation, it talks about, listen to this, every 5 seconds a person develops diabetes. There's 285 million people that are affected with type 2 diabetes. And the saddest part about it is many of them have no idea that they are. I call this the new silent killer. Besides hypertension, I believe that diabetes is the new silent killer. If you want to know everything you need to know about diabetes and, the best part, how to beat it naturally, read Sugar Nation by Jeff O'Connell. I highly recommend it. And just like how the genesis of Live Life 365 was the fact that my dad died at a very early age, at 57, because of not taking care of himself, eating the wrong foods, smoking a lot of cigarettes, and being a heavy drinker, that I changed my life for the better, and I created Live Life 365. Well, Jeff's father also had to have a leg amputated through diabetes and eventually died. And that's what got Jeff thinking about the fact that maybe he should check his own blood sugar, and he's really glad he did. And that was I think that was the genesis for his book here, Sugar Nation, as it is for Live Life 365. We have that in common, and that is we changed our life for the better through diet and exercise, and we want to help you do the same. Read Sugar Nation. I think it's a tremendous book. It's educational, it's very well written, and it's entertaining. And it just may save you or a loved one's life. Think about it. Until next time, peace.